This week's podcast is brought to you by Cutting Edge Lawn Services. Whether you're looking for a spring cleanup or lawn maintenance all summer, Cutting Edge Lawn Services is here for you. One call does it all: mowing, trimming, hedge trimming, and edging. Ben makes your lawn look great. Give him a call or text at 507-829-7235. Cutting Edge Lawn Services in Tracy and Marshall. Call today.
Welcome to another edition of the Headlight Hot Seat. My name is Per. I'll be your host today, this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, whenever you're listening to this on your computer. We are joined today by Patty Peterson. Many of you know Patty through her work with the Lions or maybe even St. Mary's. So thank you for joining us, Patty. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was born and raised near the town of Wanda, just about 30 miles down the road, just north of Highway 14. So I went to school in Wabasso. I am a rabbit as well as a panther.
Panther first? You're a panther and also a rabbit.
Yeah, half and half.
Okay. I'll give you that.
I graduated from Wabasso. Then I went to Votech. At that time, they were called Votex in Hutchinson for educational assistant. And I got a job at that in Franklin at their school district. And then from there, I got a job in Wabasso working as an educational aide. And from there, I went back to school to become a secretary. And then I worked in the cities for 6 years until I married Gary. Actually, I'd met Gary in the early 80s. And when we decided to get married, I moved back here and have not regretted it for 1 minute. It was fun being in the cities a little bit. There's lots more to do, but I much prefer the rural area.
Well, this is a country mouse, city mouse type thing.
Yes.
If you try the cities, I couldn't live there. I can barely spend a weekend in the cities. The traffic, the noise, the commotion, the rudeness of people, which is worse now than ever, I think.
Yes. It was fun for me because my first full year and my last full year were 87 and 91. The years the Twins won the World Series. So that was exciting for me. And I think my coworkers got a bigger kick out of watching me be excited than how the Twins were actually doing.
Were you a Twins fan before 87?
Absolutely. Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
Ever since the early 70s.
What a fun time to be in the cities.
It was. It was absolutely fun. And if you remember the welcome home at the Dome when they beat Detroit in the playoffs.
Oh, you were there?
I was there.
Shut
yes.
up. Oh, my gosh.
We could talk a whole nother one just about that.
Yeah, let's do a podcast on the Twins. If I ever do one, which I probably will someday, you'll be a guest, and we can talk about that experience because I've talked to a couple of people who were there, and they said it's better than any ball game they went to. And I was at one of the World Series games.
So was I.
Game 5, I believe. My brother got us tickets in the Dome, and the noise, they weren't joking. It was insane.
Yes, I was at Game 6 in the 87 when Herbeck hit the grand slam.
Okay.
That was just
Did you
awesome.
wear earplugs?
No, but I can't hear very well since yet.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
That was a good time. I hated when the Dome came down. We're getting off track, but you're right. We could talk about this forever. So Gary's a farmer.
Yes.
And that's been kind of your vocation, helping him out, right?
Yes, we got married in November of 92, and in January of 94, Gary's dad died unexpectedly. And so later that summer, Gary asked me if I would run the combine during harvest.
Oh.
And I said, "Are you serious?"
If you can see the look on Patty's face right now, wide-eyed, let's just say that.
Yes, and he said, "Well, I think it'd be easier for you to run the combine rather than haul and unload the wagons." And it's true because those wagons, the end gates are hard to open sometimes with all that pressure on them. Okay. So he showed me how to do it, and it worked fine. And I ran the combine until we retired in 2020.
I did not know that. That's the great thing about the hot seat. I learned things that I never knew about people. And I'm sorry, no offense, but I can't picture you in a combine.
I'm not even sure we have pictures of that, but I'll have to look and see.
Well, I'd love to see one. So we're here to talk about the Lions Club. They are celebrating 50 years this year. That's a huge milestone, of course, for any organization. Let's talk first about your involvement. When did you start with the Lions? How did you get involved?
Well, Gary had joined several years prior to my joining. So we were going to our midwinter convention, and I would go with him. And I enjoyed hearing the speakers and talking about what Lions do. And it just amazed me. And so I kept going to the conventions, and my interest peaked, and I told Gary I would like to join. So he said, okay.
Oh, of course.
And that was in 2013, I believe I joined.
And we should mention that you are the current district governor.
Not current. I am the past
Past
district
district
governor. Yes.
Is that something? Is that kind of hierarchical? You make your way up, or are you elected to that?
They look for volunteers.
Okay.
It is a time commitment because you are expected to go visit the other clubs in the district, which to me was the best part of the job. You go
You're
to
a people person.
Yes, you go to one of their meetings and just learn what their club is doing. It seems like every club has their pet project, and as well as regular projects that they do all year long, and so that was a lot of fun. But Larry Menchow had approached me one year and asked me if I had ever thought about it, and I kind of looked at him and said no. And it really was not in my plans. But at one of our conventions is usually when we elect the next year's officers. And if you want to be district governor, you start out as second vice, and then you move up to first vice, and then district governor. Right. So you get training as you're moving up the ladder. And so at our convention that year, we had nobody in line to become district governor or first or second vice. Okay. Sometimes we have them in line at the district level as well as the local level. And for whatever reason, they're not able to continue on. Some of them have moved away or health issues come up and things. So at the end of the convention business meeting, which is always on Saturday, we had nobody ready to take over, which is not good.
No.
And so then the board met privately and came up with some names and approached the people. And they asked me if I would consider it, and I said yes. They had somebody who was willing to be second vice, but she did not want to move into first vice. And we had somebody who had said he would do district governor again. He had already been a few years prior. And so I said I would do first vice. And when I walked into the banquet that night, I was immediately surrounded by all of these white jackets. All the past district governors usually wear a white jacket to the banquet. And Gary and I sat at a table full of past district governors. They said, any questions you have, you just ask. And I felt very comfortable, and I actually wound up sitting right next to Brian Sheehan, who was going to be our speaker at our 50th. Yep. And he is past international president. He's from the big town of Bird Island, Minnesota.
Ooh. So he's a big fish from a small pond.
Yes. Basically. Yes. And so that was how I got in. And then I missed a year of training because I came in as first vice instead of second vice. But my second vice, she and I went to trainings together, and we've become very good friends. She and I met monthly and had planning meetings and just went over things, and we should be looking at this, or this is going good, and, just like that. And Deb Rassett from Springfield. And she is just awesome.
Good. So the Lions as a whole, I'm a Kiwanis member, and I know what our mission statement is. It's 1,000% about the kids and youth and scholarships and whatnot. Can you just touch on what you don't have to give me the exact mission statement of the Lions, but what are you here for? Is it just all about giving back to the community Is it service projects? What do the Lions do in a nutshell?
Okay, I don't know if you can write this fast enough, but
Well, it's all being recorded, Patty, but thanks for asking.
our mission statement is very simple. We serve.
Okay.
That is it, and that is what we do. We serve community, district, wherever the need is. Our sub motto is where there's a need, there's a lion.
And we're talking about serve is pretty ambiguous. We're talking about serving it that runs the gamut, I'm assuming, from
Yes.
from a picnic shelter, which we'll talk
Yes.
about a little bit later, to holding fundraisers, to burgers and bands with what you do there. What are some of the fun ones that you can? Burgers and bands obviously is a really cool one that's very popular, and I think it's even growing every year. The line
Yes.
gets longer and longer for burgers.
Yes, and it's pretty much a long line from start to finish.
And other things that the Lions Club does. Let's start with boxcar days.
That-
Everybody who's anybody knows
Yes,
if you want to eat during boxcar days,
yes,
you find the yellow stand.
yes.
How long
And
has that thing been going on? Is it? I mean, you've been
Well-
you've been 50 years now. I gotta
Yes.
imagine more than half of that has been that Lions burger stand.
I would guess so. I mean, I wasn't here at the beginning, obviously, but I think it's been going almost 50 years, if not.
Oh, the
So
whole.
I
the
mean,
whole time
I don't know, but I know one of the first years that they did it, they decided to serve pie.
Oh,
That did not go over very
pie,
well.
just pie.
No, it wasn't just pie, but they had pie there,
Okay.
and I think the wives baked the pies, and but I know it did not go over real well. So that was a one-time deal.
Everyone is learning something. We learned
Yes.
that you know how to work a combine. We used to have pie at the burger stand on boxcar days. These are fundraisers for the Lions.
Yes,
That you use.
and any fundraiser that we do, every penny has to go back to the community.
Okay. And you guys
Yes,
decide
I mean after
that.
we take out our expenses.
Right.
Of course, but all the profits. So we just had burgers and bands last week out at the high school. It was a free will donation. We took our expenses out. All the rest goes back to the high school bands. Or the
okay.
yeah, that's what that is for.
And the Lions have a really big day coming up. It's June 14th. You're having your 50th anniversary shindig.
Yes.
Now, we have to stress this is not open to the public. This is for Lions members. But tell us
Correct.
about that. Mr. Sheehan's going to be there to speak, as you mentioned.
Yes. Yes.
What are you looking forward to the most for this night? Because you've had big nights before. You had that. The Lions were the international award that you
The
won.
Kindness Matters Award, yes.
That was very big and celebrated. But what's this night going to be for the Lions? What does it represent for you guys?
It's a chance to celebrate. Any club that achieves 50 years is a major milestone, like you said before, not just the Lions, but any organization. And it's a chance to celebrate the Tracy Lions in particular, but Lions in general, and publicize some of our big projects and even the small projects, the ones that we do regularly that don't get the headlines or whatever. But we have people from throughout the district and even the multiple coming. Our current council chair just RSVP'd a few days ago and said they are planning to come, and they live by Brainerd.
Well, you mentioned big projects, small projects. I know Tuck Them In has gotten a lot of ink. I know that because I've read
Yes.
stories on it.
Yes.
But really, there is no such thing as a small project, is there, when it
Right.
comes to giving back?
Right. Every project is worthwhile and important because it's helping somebody in need.
Or helping the city, too.
Yes.
Small towns need groups, civic groups like the Lions. And one of those projects that you guys wrapped up recently was out at Swift Lake Park.
Yes, we
Moving the picnic shelter and
Yes.
redoing that. Talk about that
Yes.
a little bit.
Okay, so we did that last summer. In 2024 and 2025, the funds from our spring dinner raffle have gone to that project. And now the project is pretty much completed. We moved the shelter, we repainted it, planted some shrubbery around it and stuff. And now we have one more thing that we'd like to do, and that's put a serving counter in the shelter.
Okay.
And it's in the process, but it's our guys who do that have other things to do too. So they do it as they can get to it. But that will be the finishing touch for it.
Are we foreshadowing a little bit? Because we're going to talk about July 14th, which is a Tuesday at 6 p.m. out at Swift Lake Park. This is a tease. Is that counter going to be done for this event?
I won't say because
you're not
I
gonna
don't
say.
know. It would be nice if it is, but it may or it may not.
Okay.
But this event, it's just a picnic to celebrate the new shelter. And this is open to the public. And there's no pressure to join. But if you want to learn anything about the Lions, this is a good opportunity. A lot of the Lions will be there to answer our questions. This will be our monthly meeting for July.
Okay.
And we put all this work into doing it. Let's use it.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
yes,
And I know, when you talk about Swift Lake, I know the powers that be in this city really are pushing for more upgrades at Swift Lake. It's
Yes.
an important part of the town, isn't it?
yes, it is. And I know they want to put more campsites in, which is why they wanted the shelter moved across the road.
Yeah.
So they have room to do that. But one thing we're pretty sure we're going to have that night, we're going to have somebody from Leader Dogs there with his dog. And so
What's leader dogs?
Leader Dog are dogs that are trained to help people who are vision impaired, people who have diabetes, or seizures. They are trained in specific areas.
Oh,
And they can even help people who have mental health issues. I think they're getting in, that's a newer area.
emotional support dogs.
Yes. But they are known as leader dogs. And most of the ones that I'm familiar with help people who are vision impaired.
Okay. Am I correct in assuming burgers are going to be on the menu
Yes.
that night? Lions Burger.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with a Lions Burger.
That's right.
We joke about it, but seriously, guys, those are pretty much the best burgers.
Yes,
around.
because we do burgers and bands. We do burgers at Burgers, Bands, and Brew. We do burgers at National Night Out. We do burgers at our food stand.
Yep.
So yeah, burgers are a big thing of from the Lions.
Big time. Everyone loves a Lions Burger for
Yes.
sure. Onions or no onions, it doesn't matter. They're really good. Well, okay, we're gonna go into trivia now, and I warned you about this. My trivia questions are pretty tough. What we do is we have 5 questions, 3 categories, and you get 5 points for each correct answer.
Okay.
This is, I think, the 6th time we've done this, Patty. No one's got them all right. The worst score is 1 right, and just give you an idea of the curve here. The worst score is 1 right, and the best score is 3 right.
Okay.
So the standards are kind of not very high right now. So maybe you can boost those up a little bit. The categories are movies, music, and a random potpourri for you Jeopardy fans out there. So what's your poison, Patty?
Can I break down music?
You want music?
It depends which category of music, which genre of music.
That's a good question. I've never been asked that before. It's kind of, I would say it's in your ballpark. I think you do okay with this one.
Okay.
There's no Taylor Swift
Okay.
mentions. There's nothing there are questions that a 16-year-old would get now that you probably won't know, and I
Okay.
won't know. These are more up your alley, I think.
Okay.
So we'll go with music.
Music.
Perfect. Although the first one might be a little tricky, actually. Should have said that. Okay, number 1. Whose stage name was Reginald Kenneth Dwight? Reginald Kenneth Dwight was his stage name. Or no, his real name. I'm sorry, his real name.
It's real. Okay.
His stage name, a very, very familiar name, but his real name was Reginald Kenneth Dwight. Clear as mud, right? I should
Yes.
leave that one out.
Do I get a multiple choice?
No, you don't.
Okay.
I could have made it multiple choice.
I really have no idea.
That would be Elton John.
Oh, okay.
See, you learned something, right?
Yes.
Right, all right. Fear not, you get 4 left to redeem yourself. Who named his signature guitar Trigger? Okay, these are tougher than I thought they would be for you. Who named his signature guitar Trigger? I'll give you a hint. Think country music.
Okay. Well, the first thing that came to my mind was Roy Rogers because his horse is Trigger. I don't know if he would have a horse and a guitar both named Trigger.
Now you're breaking this down well because it's not. That's not right.
Okay,
I'm
so,
you still have a chance.
It seems to me that I have heard this.
Another very popular name in the legend of country music. You want another hint?
Sure.
Think marijuana smoking country music.
Willie Nelson.
There you go. No offense, Willie,
But that's his fact about him.
that is a fact. I could have had that for the question. What country music legend smokes a lot of weed? All right, number 3. Whose birth name was Robert Zimmerman?
Bob Dylan.
Bingo. All right, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Which major recording artist had the nickname Man in Black?
Johnny Cash.
Okay, that was a softball. Now,
Yes.
if you get this last one right, you will be our leader at the turn here.
Okay.
And these are getting easier and easier, so I think you'll be fine. What is the missing word in the title of a John Denver classic? Blank on My Shoulders.
Sunshine.
Ding, ding. All right, Patty Peterson is officially the leader in the hot seat trivia. Thank you for joining us, Patty. You are off the hot seat.
This week's podcast was brought to you by Cutting Edge Lawn Services. Whether you are looking for a spring cleanup or lawn maintenance all summer, Cutting Edge Lawn Services is here for you. One call does it all. Mowing, trimming, hedge trimming, and edging. Ben makes your lawn look great. Give him a call or text at 507-829-7235. Cutting Edge Lawn Services in Tracy and Marshall. Call today.